What's up guys, welcome back. Last match Cross-Banlist Cup. Let's zoom in, really the last match of this, well, no, last year's one. I mean, two finalists, two winner from both brackets, windups from, pre-2014. It's going to take on the winner of the, the bracket of post-2014. So windups versus Adamancipators. There's a huge time gap, about 8 years difference between both these decks. Of course, Adamancipators being the more recent deck, as we've seen before, has the super advantage of those powerful hand traps. No votes this time. I didn't ask it because, again, it was so short notice as well. But, I mean, pretty much like a closure video, right? To get that one final deck that stands out from all the decks, right? Featured in last year's one. So yeah, which deck has the advantage? I think it should be pretty obvious. Adamancipator should have the advantage over windups, again, for the most obvious reasons. I think the only hand trap that windups play is Effect Failure in the main deck and Maxi in the side deck. But again, as we've seen before, where windups shine is their very easy 1-2 card combos, Magician Shark, Normal Summon Tour Guide, and of course having access to multiple Zen Mighty. It's definitely something that helps, right? It helps out spamming out those powerful exceeds and extra deck monsters. And this is something I overlooked. I did not expect. Basically full combo with Windup Hunter potentially discarding like, what is it? 3 to 4 cards, but I hit Tackle Crusader. When Tackle Crusader, I believe it's when like sent to the graveyard. It's basically a Book of Moon, so you can turn any monster from your opponent face down. I can somewhat recover. It's not the best, but Steel Swarm Roach is decent. Then again, any powerful exceed can just attack over it. Then again, if you look at the Adamancipator decklist, there aren't really any big exceeds other than what is it called? Granite. Links as well, yeah, obviously. Cerberus. It's also those, but then again, Adamancipators need to make those really, weird plays, strange plays. The thing is that, okay, Adamancipators is with its back to the wall, but the problem is Block Dragon. Block Dragon is such a broken card in the deck. What can I do? Imagine this particular wind-up decklist having Dweller. I'm not sure, was it already released back then, 2012? I'm not sure since I think, what is it, I think there are only 2 rank 4s here in this deck, unless I'm missing something. There's Utopia and there's the Roach, for those high level synchros, right? Definitely a good pick. I think that's it, so I'm not sure. If, maybe Dweller back then wasn't too great, 2012? Yeah, might be. Windups, Insectors, yeah, probably the reason, I don't know. It's fine though, so I go for Acid Golem. Acid Golem is an iffy exceed, 3k attack, 3k defense. Every standby phase you need to detach a card from its, materials, but I believe the card states that when it's on your side of the field, you can't special summon, so that's true. There are some like gimmicky decks, creature swap, give you, or at least give your opponent the Acid Golem. And the thing is that as soon as your Acid Golem has like no materials, it cannot attack. So, yeah. And plus it also gives you like damage, right? Yeah. Because I think you need to detach. It has been a while. But yeah, anyway, I mean, what can I do? The problem is that if it wasn't for Yugioh, at least if it was for Dweller, instead of Utopia, I would have been able to win this one. Again, Acid Golem to attack over the Block Dragon and Dweller negating Block Dragon, plus Block Dragon will be negated during the next turn. Potential Dweller, right, during our opponent's turn. So, but again, it is what it is. That's, what's so beautiful about this is sometimes, cards weren't able or weren't released back then. I mean, it is what it is. With the older decklist taking on the newer decklist, right? This is also this is BS, right? You go for Windup Hunter and see the discard for Nibiru. So you're like, okay, under 5 summons, discard Nibiru. Yes, must be nice. And then no, just reveal the second Nibiru. Okay, yeah, what can I do? So I try to recover, but yeah, what can I do? It's again the Block Dragon that basically sets up the entire well, package for Adamancipators. 3 reveals, multiple synchros, multiple exceeds from that. I can go for 100 and, you know, set up some defense, some wall. But you know how Adamancipators work. They even, and I'm super low on life points as well, so again, it's basically just a matter of time that I guess with, you know, I mean, I was about to say with some luck, but the chances are quite high that the Adamancipators will eventually end on Dragite Bounce Back, the token Bounce Backs and mains. Okay, I do have Gorse, but the deck, you know, will just be able to make Savage or Appaloosa and pretty much, or maybe the Guardian, Quackimero Guardian. So that's a problem. I mean, windups definitely stand chance. I feel like the percentages, it's like 75 versus 25%. You know, 25 for windups. There are hand traps. There's Maxi. If windups go first, they have that ridiculous hand loop. Discard 3 to 4 cards, maybe even 5, if there's a pot of Avarice involved. So that's pretty broken. That's definitely solid, and it doesn't really matter how powerful your deck is. And looking at Emancipator, if you don't have a hand, well, if it's not for Block Dragon, you can't win. And that's a thing with windups we've seen before against Infernities, for example. It's one of the reasons why windups did so well is again those powerful 1-card, 2-card combos, Magician Shark, Tour Guide, yada yada, windup red, and so on. The hand loop, but the traps. The deck is playing like, what is it, 10 or more traps, Bottomless, Prison, Torrentials, Mirror Force, Solemn, the Solemn Brigade, if I'm not mistaken, and you know, those are definitely powerful cards, plus hand traps, so those cards definitely should give windups the tools to, you know, at least make Adamancipators, make it difficult for them to win, right? The Herald is indeed lurking in the background, so I hit the Analyzer. The Herald is indeed dropped or being dropped to the field, and the thing is that that's why, you know, stuff like Warning or Solemn Judgment are so good, is that even though you have the Omni-Negation on board, you can't negate that. So Herald is weak. I can, you know, oh, okay, I have Rabbit, so I can just, you know, attack over Herald. There's no need to data risk. And okay, that's something I haven't mentioned yet, is of course Fissure. Dimensional Fissure, super crucial against hand traps. And I left in Veiler, simple reason is that I have everything in my main deck already. Everything that I side decked in is there. The other decks, at least the other cards left in my side deck, aren't useful in this matchup, so I just left Veiler in, because again, you won't always have or draw into Dimensional Fissure, or maybe, you know, there's like the potential, I don't know, does the deck even play Destruction? Yeah, Twin Twister, no? I think so, right? Duster? I mean, whatever. This is cool. At first glance I was like, Block Dragon, you know, it's just going to get banished. But eventually, and I'll see it in a couple of moments, I'm eventually going to make Adrius, the rank 5, you know, pop something from your opponent. And Block Dragon is going to be sent to the graveyard. Right. So if this would not have been game, then Adamancipators could definitely have, you know, got itself back in the duel, because both Veilers are dead. I can't use them because of my own Dimensional Fissure. But let's face it, Nibiru is like, what is it, 5k? 5k attack, so yeah, that's more than enough. So okay, windups have one. Can we pull another one? So hopefully, I think I have a chance. Maxi, Veiler, and that's Maxi. Maxi, because we know that Adamancipators is able to play through Veiler. But then again, with this hand, no, right? The normal summon was already, at least has already been used. Doki in the hand. A weak Helgi Firebreak, so one Veiler could have meant something. You know, could have, you know, got myself back in the duel, potentially set Snowman Eater, Torrential, Bottomless. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, and then again, Block Dragon might have been live. Then again, Bottomless on Block Dragon, so iffy. But sadly, no Veiler. So, yeah. We can just watch and see how the deck is going to combo out, and it's going to end, I think, pretty much one of the best boards, I guess, the deck can pump out bar Herald. What is it? Savage, Appaloosa for, what is it, 3 negates, Dragite, Masquerina for Unicorn, not sure is at least if the Herald play is possible, maybe if like a level 2 is revealed, then yeah, right? I mean, whatever, this is fine as well, you know, you can go for Union Carrier, And also give Appaloosa more attack and Unicorn during, what is it, main phase, end of main phase, bouncing back one of the back rows. I mean, yeah, Torrential, Mirror Force, whatever. Then again, there's 2 negations for those, right? Savage and Dragite. Plus Dragite will just, you know, bounce back all of those cards, and that's GG well played. So, did I expect something else? I'm honest, no, not really. But, I mean, I think this was a cool match. Windups definitely stood a chance, the hand loop, but, you know, some tough luck, especially Tackle Crusader game number 1. That was a bummer, right? Because that was almost full hand loop, but it is what it is. This was it, at least this is it, 2021 Cross-Banlist Cup. So definitely stay tuned for the announcement for the, you know, next year's Cross-Banlist Cup 2022. And again, decks/archetypes still need to be gathered again, same like always. So the video will be up during the next upcoming days. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for the support. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lead him signing out. Peace.